All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea from Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul. It's all about that voice that's constantly chattering away inside your head, and how really getting what that voice is all about is the first crucial step toward finding some real, genuine freedom.
I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head, right? That little voice that immediately says, "Voice? What voice? I don't have a voice." Yep, that's the one. We all have it. It's this constant narrator for our lives. So today, let's put that voice under the microscope.
So the first step is to really see this voice for what it is. And the book has this fantastic analogy. Think of that voice as your inner roommate. Seriously, imagine a person actually living with you who is anxious, totally neurotic, and just never ever shuts up. That's pretty much who you're dealing with up there. And here's the crazy thing about this roommate. It doesn't care about being right or consistent. It just wants to talk. It'll cook up problems out of absolutely nothing. It'll even argue both sides of an issue. One second it's berating you, "You should have called Fred." And the next it's beating you up. "I can't believe you forgot." It's just chaos. And this roommate can ruin the simplest things, can it? You're just lying there trying to get some sleep. But no, your roommate decides now is the perfect time to start a panic session about your big day tomorrow, which of course then leads to it panicking about not being able to sleep. It's this completely unhelpful, self-fulfilling prophecy of anxiety. And all of this leads to what is, honestly, the most important question in the entire book. Just think about this for a second. If there's a voice in there talking, then there has to be someone in there hearing the voice, right? Those can't be the same thing. So who are you? That question is the key that unlocks the whole thing. It brings us to the book's central idea, the huge difference between the voice and what it calls the witness. The whole point is that your true self, who you really are, isn't that neurotic roommate. You are the silent consciousness that is aware of it all. You're the observer. And this just lays it out so clearly. You've got the voice on one side. It's the thinker. It's always talking. It's emotional. It's judgmental. It just creates drama. But then you have the witness, and that's you. It's silent. It's objective. It doesn't create problems. It just observes them. It's the calm, stable center that's just watching the whole chaotic show. So here's the big takeaway. The most fundamental shift you can make is realizing that you are not the voice, you are the one who hears the voice. The moment you stop identifying with all that chatter, it starts to lose its power over you. You create some distance, and in that space, you can finally find some peace. Okay, so if we are this peaceful, objective witness, why does that inner voice still have so much power to mess with us? Well, the book explains this with a really cool concept about the natural flow of energy inside of us. All our inner turmoil, it turns out, comes from blocking that flow. You know, this is something we do instinctively. An event happens and it triggers something uncomfortable. Fear, jealousy, anger, whatever. Our immediate reaction is to tense up, to defend ourselves, to close our hearts to avoid feeling that pain. But the book argues that this exact act of resistance is what traps that negative energy inside of us, creating these blockages that just drain us. And there's actually a name for these blockages in the yogic tradition, samskaras. But I love the way the book puts it. Just think of a samskara as an inner thorn. It's this sensitive spot of stored, unfinished business from your past that could stuck right in your heart. So how do these thorns get there? Well, the book gives a perfect example. Say you had a really painful breakup years ago. Now, today, you happen to see a car that reminds you of your ex, and bam, you get a flash of that old pain. Instead of just letting that feeling be there and pass on through, your instinct is to resist it, to push it down. That unresolved energy gets stored as one of these inner thorns. And now, whenever something pokes that thorn, all the old pain comes flooding back. So we've kind of laid out the problem. We've got this crazy roommate in our head and a bunch of these inner thorns it likes to poke. So what's the solution? Well, according to the book, the path to freedom isn't complicated. It's actually a radical and very conscious choice that you get to make in every single moment. It all comes down to this one simple, powerful question. And notice, it's unconditional. It's not, do you want to be happy if you get that job or if that person finally calls you back? No, it's just, do you want to be happy? Period. Full stop. Making that unconditional choice to be happy is what the book calls the highest spiritual path. It's a deep commitment to not let your heart close no matter what life throws at you. It means you've decided that your inner state of peace is way more important than any person, place, or thing on the outside. So what does this actually look like in practice? It's really about mindfulness. It's about catching yourself in the act. When something happens and you feel that familiar clenching in your chest, that tightening, that instinct to shut down, you make a different choice. Instead of fighting the feeling, you consciously relax around it. You just let it go. You let that wave of energy pass through you without grabbing onto it and making it part of your story. And ultimately, this quote puts all the power right back where it belongs, with you. Nobody else is responsible for your inner world. You are the only one who can choose to hold on to your stuff, and you are the only one who can choose to let it go and be free. And that really leaves us with this final thought to chew on. The freedom you're looking for doesn't require you to give up anything that's really you. The only thing you ever have to let go of is that collection of old pains, those inner thorns, that neurotic voice, the part of you that was never really free to begin with. If this topic has captured your interest and you'd like to dive deeper, the book is called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. It's a really powerful read that goes so much further into all of these ideas.